Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we take your sources and unearth the most compelling insights. Today, we're plunging into excerpts from a really powerful YouTube video transcript.
Yeah, this one's called IPS Neha Sharma's Slap, which shook the minister and the entire system.
Exactly. It's quite a story, a raw narrative about an IPS officer, a minister tangled in corruption, and, well, a single moment of defiance that sent shockwaves, really.
It's just fascinating, isn't it, how one person seemingly just doing their job, their commitment to justice, can actually challenge power that seems completely entrenched.
Right.
We'll be looking at, how things unfolded chronologically, how the stakes just kept getting higher,
Uh-huh.
and the sort of symbolic weight of what this officer did. It's pretty heavy.
It really is. And you might think you know how these standoffs play out, but this one, it takes some surprising turns.
Yep.
So our mission today is to unpack not just what happened, but really why it hit such a nerve.
Yeah, why it resonated so deeply.
And what lessons maybe it holds about truth, courage, and, that ongoing fight against corruption.
Okay, let's unpack this. So the story kicks off on the city morning, but it's not just any morning. You've got police cars lining the streets.
Yeah. Barricades, VIP convoys.
The whole 9 yards.
Mhm.
And loudspeakers are booming, announcing Minister Jayant Chauhan's arrival. Officers everywhere, naturally, but one face stands out. IPS officer Neha Sharma.
Indian Police Service, yeah.
In her crisp uniform, looking composed, sharp eyes. But she's on security duty for this very minister.
And that's the setup, isn't it? The source describes it as this, typical VIP security detail, but it also calls it the calm before the storm. Because underneath that calm exterior, Neha's carrying something, a deep wound, the source says. This assignment, for her, it wasn't routine. It brought back a really dark memory.
And what a memory. Years before, when she was basically a rookie,
Right. New to the system.
she worked on this horrific case involving a young girl.
Right.
She filed the FIR, the first information report, which starts the investigation.
But then things just went sideways. Evidence vanished. Witnesses were, either bought off or threatened into silence.
Silenced.
And the crucial part, orders came from way up high to just close the file.
Ugh.
And the source is very clear. This whole ugly business was tied directly to Minister Jayant Chauhan himself. It was this, festering wound for her.
Yeah, not just a forgotten case file in a cabinet somewhere.
Yeah.
It's something that fueled her, resentment, her desire for justice, even while she had to kind of learn how the system worked.
The power dynamic.
Exactly.
Mhm.
The source even mentions she couldn't forget the girl's face, couldn't sleep properly because of it. That's a heavy burden.
Incredibly heavy. So picture this. Neha's standing there behind this very minister, Chauhan, who's up on stage at a press conference.
Oh, the irony.
And he's doing his thing, right? Lecturing about women's safety, anti-corruption, transparency, words that must have just sounded like poison to her.
Absolutely.
Then, boom, a message pops up on her phone. A lead. That witness, the one who disappeared from the old case all those years ago.
No way.
He's been found. They can meet him tomorrow morning outside the village.
Wow. Okay, so that raises a huge question, doesn't it? You're an officer, sworn to duty, sworn to protect this person, but then you get a lead that reignites this deeply personal quest for justice against that very person.
Yeah.
That's a conflict.
A massive conflict. Personal conviction versus professional duty, especially when the target is the guy you're literally guarding.
Yeah.
So the press conference wraps up. The minister goes back to the VIP lounge. Neha's right behind him, part of the detail. Chauhan spots her.
Uh-oh.
He smiles, but it's that patronizing kind of smile, And then he just lays it out, a direct threat. He says something like, "Sharma ma'am, don't waste your time. Seen plenty of honest types like you. Drop the file, or your career and your life end right here."
Wow.
Yeah.
Just like that. Casual threat with a smile.
Yeah.
That tells you everything about his mindset, doesn't it? The impunity he feels. He thinks he's above it all, that he can just crush anyone who upholds principles.
Sees honesty as a weakness.
Exactly. Something to be stamped out, not respected.
Neha's response, though, outwardly totally stoic. Just a simple, "My duty is over, sir." But, underneath, that resolve is just solidifying.
Hardening like steel.
She goes home that night, and the atmosphere is heavy. Her husband, Arjun, he can tell something's up. Even their little daughter, Avni, seems quiet. Neha just tells Arjun she has to go somewhere important tomorrow.
Keeping it close to her chest.
Yeah. So next morning, Neha and two officers, they head out to this village. The journey itself sounds tense, deserted roads, dust.
Anticipation or dread.
And what they find is just devastating. The witness's house, half burnt, door broken down. Nothing inside but ash and silence.
Oh, no.
A neighbor, terrified, just whispers that some men in a jeep came the night before, dragged him away,
Took him.
and threatened anyone who spoke a word about it.
So, it wasn't just a setback. This confirms the minister knew she was onto something. He acted immediately after she got the lead.
It's a direct message.
And a brutal one. It shows the ruthlessness, the reach of Chauhan's network. For Neha, I mean, that has to be the point of no return. All her fears are confirmed right there.
Absolutely. And on the way back, defeated, she gets another call. The minister's holding another press conference that evening. And guess who's assigned security again?
Her again. Wow. Okay.
So fast forward to that evening, big hall, packed with media. Minister Chauhan's on stage, same arrogant smile, probably spinning more lies. Neha's there, but this time she pushes through the crowd, makes her way right towards the stage.
Oh, here it comes.
And then it happens. A swift, powerful movement. A loud, resounding slap right across the minister's face.
Live on camera?
Live on camera. The source paints the picture, cameras flashing like crazy, reporters just frozen, pens stopped.
Okay.
Complete pin drop silence.
Oh my God.
Chauhan's face goes white. Shock, humiliation. Neha just turns, says nothing, and walks off stage.
That's incredible. The sheer audacity. But it's more than just a slap, isn't
Oh,
it?
way more.
It's symbolic. It's like years of suppressed anger, frustration, injustice. All unleashed in that one moment. The source puts it perfectly. That reverberating slap didn't just land on Chauhan's face. It landed on the cheek of the entire rotten system.
That had crushed justice for years.
Yeah, that's a powerful image. A public challenge to that feeling of impunity.
Absolutely visceral.
Okay, so the immediate official reaction. Exactly what you'd expect, really. Within an hour, the chief minister's office orders Neha Sharma's transfer.
Right. Standard operating procedure. Contain the situation, move the problem piece off the board, hope it goes away quietly.
Make it disappear.
It's the system trying to protect itself, eject the element causing trouble, discourage anyone else from getting ideas.
And this is where it gets really interesting. It didn't go away quietly, not at all. The public reaction was something else entirely.
Okay.
The very next day, the streets just erupted. Thousands of people, students, lawyers, ordinary workers.
Pouring out with banners. We want Neha ma'am, justice for victim. And the hashtag slap off the system just blew up online across all media.
So the government's plan to quietly transfer her backfired spectacularly.
Big time. They realized pretty quickly this was, as the source says, a fire that wouldn't be easily extinguished.
That raises a fascinating question, though. How did her one act, that slap, turn her into such a potent symbol? Why did it resonate so widely?
I think maybe she just voiced something everyone was feeling. That frustration with corruption, with power being abused. She just acted on it.
Yeah, she became the lightning rod, didn't she? The face of this collective anger and perhaps this collective hope that maybe things could change. Her defiance wasn't just hers, it became everyone's.
Meanwhile, Minister Chauhan isn't exactly taking this lying down. He calls this secret closed-door meeting. Political bosses, top officials.
Phones off, cameras banned.
Exactly. And his message is chilling. This isn't just about a transfer anymore. She must be finished, and he adds, not legally, but systematically.
Oof. Systematically. That tells you the real fight is just beginning. This is power working in the shadows, isn't it? Not through courts, but through dismantling someone.
Intimidation, character assassination, the whole playbook.
And that starts almost immediately, right? The personal threats ramp up.
They do. Strange cars lurking near her house. And then her husband, Arjun, gets cornered in the market. Two guys, masked. They whisper this threat. Tell your wife to back off the file, or you'll be picking up your daughter from school yourself.
Targeting the family, that's low. That's designed purely to break someone's spirit. The psychological pressure must have been immense.
Absolutely. But Neha's reaction, according to the source, she tells Arjun, they're trying to scare us. That means it's their biggest weakness.
Wow. She sees it as desperation on their part. That's some serious resolve.
Then Chauhan plays his next card, media manipulation. He gets his friendly media outlets on the phone.
Time to control the narrative.
Exactly. Tells him to cook up some dirt on Neha. Next morning, bam! Headlines screaming about a conspiracy, accusing Neha of working with the opposition.
The political pawn angle.
Yeah. TV debates suddenly questioning if she's a hero or just being used.
Classic tactic. Sow doubt, confuse the public, muddy the waters. If you can't silence the message, discredit the messenger. It's designed to kill the momentum of that public support.
But Neha doesn't just sit back and take it. She decides to, quote, strike directly. She pulls out that old case file again, starts meticulously listing witnesses, evidence. She knows she needs proof.
So she's not just reacting anymore, she's going on the offensive, strategically.
And she knows she can't do it alone, not with eyes everywhere. So she calls her old mentor, retired Inspector Suresh Yadav, someone she trusts implicitly.
Ah, the wise old hand.
Yadav knows the score. He tells her, Neha, this isn't easy, but he's all in. If you back down now, he says, these people will always win.
That's crucial, isn't it? Having allies, people you can count on when you're up against something this big. His experience, his loyalty, invaluable.
While this is happening, Chauhan keeps up the pressure officially. Police headquarters launches a departmental inquiry.
Predictable.
And sure enough, Neha gets suspended. News spreads like wildfire.
Which, on the surface, looks like a major defeat for her. The system seems to be winning.
But here's another twist. Neha doesn't see it that way at all. She sees the suspension as freedom.
Freedom, how so?
Freedom from the constraints of the uniform. Now, she can pursue the truth without being bound by the rules and protocols of the very system that's trying to crush her.
That's a brilliant perspective shift, turning a negative into a positive. Being stripped of official power actually empowers her in a different way. She's unbound.
Right. So that very night, she and Yadav, they slip away. No uniform, just an old Jeep. Undercover, searching for those witnesses.
Dangerous work.
And risky. But they find someone. A key witness from years ago, a ward boy at a hospital. He was silenced back then.
And now?
He's terrified, trembling when Neha finds him. But he agrees to talk. Madam, he pleads, I'll tell the truth, but please protect my family. Neha promises him protection.
The courage of ordinary people, eh? Stepping up despite the fear. His testimony could be huge.
It could be. But as they're leaving with him, bam, ambush. Black SUV appears out of nowhere, speeds towards them.
Oh, no.
Gunfire erupts. Neha reacts instantly, pulls the witness behind a pillar just as bullets fly past. The SUV vanishes into the night.
A direct assassination attempt. Okay, the gloves are well and truly off now.
Yeah. This just cements Neha's resolve. She knows she has to expose Chauhan, whatever the costs, even, as the source says, if it cost her life, no turning back.
The stakes couldn't be higher.
So we arrive at the morning of the next press conference. There's this unusual tension everywhere. Neha's been up all night, files scattered, cold tea. She looks exhausted, but her eyes...
Fierce determination.
Exactly. Ready for anything. She told Yadav, today, we finish the game, win or lose. And Yadav. He just checks his old service revolver and says, then today, someone's end is certain.
Wow. That's intense. It feels like the culmination of everything, the injustice, the threats, the search for truth. It's all coming to a head.
But then, just a few hours before showtime, something unexpected happens. A game changer.
Okay.
Remember the ward boy? The one they rescued from the ambush?
Yeah, the terrified witness.
He does something incredibly brave. He records a video message on his phone, lays it all out how the minister suppressed the case, used money, manipulated police reports, everything.
And he uploads it.
He uploads it, knowing the risk.
That's, wow. The power of digital media right there, combined with sheer courage.
It goes viral instantly. Minutes. Millions of views. Journalists, activists, students. Suddenly, everyone knows the story, the real story. The streets fill up again. It's not just Neha versus Chauhan anymore. It's become this huge public demand for accountability.
A tidal wave of public opinion, basically unstoppable now.
Yeah. So the scene at the press club that afternoon, it's electric. Thousands outside. Police, media vans everywhere, posters, chanting. Inside, Minister Chauhan is on stage trying to stick to his script about development and obstacles.
But the ground is shifted under his feet.
Completely. And then through the crowd comes Neha. No uniform this time, just her. But her presence feels even more powerful. She walks straight to the mic, takes it calmly.
And the room goes silent.
Instantly silent, cameras flashing, and she speaks. Not angry, but measured, powerful.